MDF has a nice location. The location for the MDF can vary in large
to
buildings
connect two or more
and
computers
large buildings,
to
but
share
the
printers,
correct
scanners, and
location
others.
Equipment
is either
Different types
on the
of
ground
network
floor
cables,
or
from
basement
such
car
as
park.
a coaxial
front
cable,
and back.
optical
Older
fiber
style
cable,
buildings
and
and
twisted
flats
cable, pair
may have
cable are used
MDF
depending
located
of
on
network.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2 and today we will talk about network in network design. Network is divided into two, which is wired and wireless. In network design, we must have main distribution frame, which is MDF, telecommunications wire closet, TWC, types of cables, access point, AP, wireless range, and costing. First in network design is main distribution frame, which is MDF. The MDF is a termination point within the local telephone exchange where loops are connected by jumper wires at the MDF. All cable copper pairs supplying services through user telephone lines are terminated at the MDF and distributed through the MDF to equipment within the local exchange. Examples given: repeaters and digital subscriber line access multiplexer, which is DSLAM. Cables to intermediate distribution frames, IDF, terminate at the MDF. Trunk cables may terminate on the same MDF or on a separate trunk main distribution frame, which is TMDF. MDF has a nice location. The location for the MDF can vary in large buildings, but the correct location is either on the ground floor or basement car park. Older style buildings and flats may have MDF located on an external wall. This shows a schematic design of reinforcement placement in MDF. The reinforcements are placed at 1 out of 4 of the board's thickness app.
Next, telecommunication with close, TWC. A Winnie closet is a small room commonly found in international buildings, such as school and office, when electrical connections are made where they are used for many purposes. The most common use is for computer networking, where it may be called a premise wire distribution room, PWD room. Many types of network connection place limit on the distance between end user equipment, such as a personal computer and network access device, such as router. This restriction might require multiple wiring close on each floor of a large building. But it has some problem. Anyone who has worked in a telecommunication close know that it can be hot, dirty, and dimly lit. This connection may not only be unpleasant for the installer, but they can also adversely affect the equipment located in that space. And the solution has a hub of the horizontal cable system. A well-organized telecommunication close is key to the operation of both voice and data network. It is especially important to set up the close with future move, add, and change in mind. This closest layout provides adequate space and take into account the lighting and power needs of installation and maintenance personnel. The two equipment racks are accessible from both the front and back.
Next, types of cables. Networking cables are networking hardware used to connect of network device to other network device, or to connect two or more computer, to share printers, scanners is other. Different types of network cables such as a coaxial cable, optical fiber cable, and twisted cable, pair cable are used depending on network's physical layer, topology, and size. The device can be separated by a few meters via Ethernet or nearly unlimited distance interconnection of the Internet. The most commonly used types of network cable are the twisted pair, coaxial, Ethernet crossover, and fiber optic. First, the unshielded twisted pair UTP cable is used many Internet networks. It has 4 pairs of wire that are housed inside of lining of the cable. Each pair is twisted into several additional twists to prevent interference from other devices on the network. The structure of these types of cables increases its reliability and helps minimize network failures. Second, coaxial cable or COS is another common type of network cable. It has a copper conductor in its center and plastic coating serves as an insulator between the center conductor and a metal shard. The cable is then covered with a coating. The coating may be thin or thick. The thicker coating with less flavor provide extra protection. Third, Ethernet crossover cable is used to connect a computer network made up of two computers. This type of network cable eliminates the need for network switch or routers. The cable also allows the computers to be connected using their network adapter such as a network interface card and IC. And finally is a fiber optic. The fiber optic network cables are used for networks that span large distance. As a result, this type of cabling has several layers of protection coating. It also transmits light as opposed to electrical signal like other cables. This makes it an ideal cable for network environment that exposed to large amount of electrical interference. It also transmits information at high speeds and is therefore used in large network environment like those used by business. Most of today, network installation generally use some type of twisted pair cabling. Although some organizations are running fiber directly to the desktop machine.
Next, an access point. It is, on the other hand, is a sub-device within the local area network that provides another location for device to connect from and enable more devices to be on the network. An access point is a device that creates a wireless local area network, usually in office or large building. An access point connects to wired router, switch or hub via an Ethernet cable and project a Wi-Fi signal to a designated area. Based on the functionalities, we can categorize the access point on 3 types. First, standalone access point. Second, multifunction access point. And the last one is control access point. Then, we choose a control access point. Works as the client of the wireless LAN control. That is WLC, wireless LAN controller. Technically, a control access point is known as the lightweight access point. Lightweight access point doesn't take any forwarding decision upon receiving a frame from the connected device, instead of forwarding it to the destination device. It forwards that frame to the WLC, The WLC, based on the security configuration, makes decision whether the receive frame should be forward or discard. If the frame need to be forward, then it sends the frame to the LWAP, that is lightweight access point, to which the destination device is connected. Then that LWAP sends the frame to the destination device.
And next, wireless range. Wi-Fi networks have a range that limited by the frequency, transmission power, antenna type, the location they use in, and the environment. A typical wireless router in an indoor point-to-multi-point arrangement using 802.11 and a stock antenna might have a range of 50 meters. Wireless communication systems are composed of one or more antenna sites, tower site or cell sites. Antennas mounted on these structures pump out wireless communication signal to device in the field via electromagnetic wave. This creates two-way communication. Wireless signal propagation is the movement of this radio wave, which move at the speed of light to and from this site and device. Lastly, costing. Installing a hardwired computer network in your home or business is a great way to improve its network speed and stability. Wired networking continues to be more reliable and faster than wireless networking in spite of recent advances in wireless. Most providers also offer more expensive plans ranging from 175 ringgit to 1,200 ringgit per month that vastly increase upload and download speed. Small business can expect to pay 160 ringgit to 1,125 for a wired DCL connection and 1,100 ringgit to 1,400 ringgit a month for wired cable internet. Installation costs vary depending on the scope of the work. How much does it cost to get wired for estimate? If charged hourly, most electricians charge between 165 to 185 per hour. One room takes approximately 3 hours to wire, so the labor cost will be between 1,195 ringgit and 1,255 ringgit to have a Cat6 network professionally installed. Material costs are an additional 1,125 ringgit to 1,225 ringgit depending on how many computers are in the room. The average cost to rent a small business server is 1,100 ringgit to 1,200 ringgit per month. For purchasing a server, it may cost between 11,000 ringgit to 13,000 ringgit for a small business. The cost of a small business server will depend on how much CPU, bandwidth, disk space, and memory is required.